Welcome to my podcast, My Journey So Far. In this podcast, I interview people to see what life experiences they have had to shape them to be the person they are today. My next guest is Aucencio. He's a 40-year-old father of 3. Growing up, he was an elite runner. He was state champion, he was 3-time national champion, and he even participated in the Olympic trials. 2 years ago, he suffered a stroke, and during this interview, he talks about his life experiences and how he continues to gain his strength and continue on in this journey of life. Please tune in as we chat with Aucencio.
My name is Aucencio Martinez. My story at a really young age, I took a liking to running. After that, the rest was history. I ended up winning 5 times state champion for Colorado. And I was a 3-time national champion in Division Two indoor track and field for Adams State.
What events did you run?
Mainly the mile.
What was your time? What was your PR?
4 minutes flat.
Woo! That is quick.
To put it into perspective, that's running 16 miles per hour.
I also ran track and field, but I was very mediocre. I wasn't even state level. I'd never
My
competed in
son
state.
does the same. He's not like his papa, but he still works at it. That's awesome.
You said you were in nationals for track. Explain how you felt in that race.
Gosh, it was incredible. The way I won it was truly special. I was racing an African guy that had never been beaten. Never. He was a 3-time national champion in cross country. So he was really super good. And that day, I beat him not once, not twice, but 3 times. So that was truly special.
I bet.
Somewhere in between, I ended up making the Olympic trials in Eugene, Oregon in 2008. I missed making the finals by 1/100th of a second. I ended up stumbling, so I didn't make it. I was close, but no.
Oh, what a cool experience, though, to say you were
Heck
that
yeah.
there.
Heck yeah.
Now, when you're training for nationals, what did your days look like?
A couple months before, I would train twice a day. I would wake up about 5:30 to run at 6, and then we would run about 5 miles, and then we would have a second training around 2:30, and then we would train to Varlex or whatever it was. Somewhere around 2010, I completed my degree. I got a bachelor's in marketing, and so I finished that. And um, I I needed some income, so I became a salesman. I sold vehicles for about 4 years there. In between time, I ended up buying a house, and my firstborn was born around 2011. And so I thought to myself, I need to change it up. And not only for me, but also for my family. And so we made the move to Denver in 2014. I sold the Volvos for about 8 years, and the same thing happened. I just wanted to follow my dream, and so I ended up selling high line vehicles like Rolls Royce, McLaren's, Lamborghinis, and stuff. And so I sold those for a while, and sometime in May 2022, it was my day of rest from work. And so I had just gotten back from the gym, and I called my then wife. I told her I wasn't feeling good, and so she had me check the blood pressure, my blood pressure. It was high, and so a little bit later I checked it again, and it was higher. At that point, I called 911. My youngest at the time, she was 4. She saw everything unfold. She saw her dad on the floor throwing up, and so the ambulance came.
How did you feel in that moment?
I felt a bit nauseous, um, lightheaded, dizzy. I felt a headache. There's a video yeah, of me calling my then wife, telling her I wasn't feeling good. I ended up falling on the floor by the garage door. And so at the time my sister-in-law was living here, and she helped me get up and get to the house. And so I remember the ambulance ride to the hospital. It seemed like an eternity.
Hmm.
I made it to the hospital. They screwed up. They misdiagnosed me. Um, I couldn't even walk. I couldn't even see. I came home. I still felt bad. Um, Given 12 hours passed, I was in my bedroom in the bathroom. I was on the all fours throwing up in the bathroom. I told my then wife, I just want to sleep it off. Let me sleep it off. I swear, if I was going to sleep it off, that would be my last. I wouldn't have made it.
So,
And
did she
so
make you go to the hospital again?
she took me and my father took me, and that's where they diagnosed me with a stroke, ischemic stroke.
Hmm. So, what originally diagnosed you with?
Nothing. They said I was perfectly fine, and in the notes that I have, the it was said that the doctor met with me and my then wife. We never met the guy. He said that there was nothing and that I was fine. I ended up fighting, but since Colorado has good lawyers or whatever, medical malpractice, I ended up losing. I couldn't beat them.
What do you think led to the stroke?
I don't know. They have no idea. Maybe it was high blood pressure, but no clue.
Did you ever have high blood pressure prior to this event that you're aware of?
I believe so.
Okay. So now that I saw the pictures on your Facebook with you being intubated on a breathing machine. How long was that?
Gosh, I didn't sleep in my own bed for 5 months. It took a while. I had to relearn everything from eating, walking, everything.
The days leading up to the day of the stroke, did you feel off or different at all?
No,
No. So it was a really quick onset.
correct. After my hospital stay, I was at Craig Hospital, a rehabilitation location. That's where I did most of my work. So I still remember I was on the breathing tube.
You were on the breathing tube still at Craig.
Correct.
So, as far as how you feel now and you think now, is there a difference from prior to the stroke?
Yes.
In what way?
Um, like I'm not spontaneous when it comes to thinking, but the old me could come up with stuff, but now I have to stop and think about it. So the good thing is that my stroke didn't affect my memory.
What area of the brain was the stroke in?
Um, the right over here.
Okay.
They say if it affects your right, then your left side is affected.
Do you feel weaker in the left side still today?
Even at the gym, I can't use free weights much because it left me with tremors. I have a little bit of shakes, so even just doing bench with the bar, I'm wobbly. I tend to use the Smith machine to help.
And you said you had to relearn to speak. Was it like relearning how to form the words or exactly how?
Just coming out, not necessarily learning the words, just speaking, because it affected my left side. It also affected a piece of my tongue, so that makes it hard. Even my mouth, that's what I'm up against. By the way, I have a dog. Her name is Lexi. She's
Oh.
a golden doodle. Lexi, come on. Shake. Good girl.
You look strong.
Mm. Like I said, these guns didn't create themselves.
No, they
I
didn't.
had to work. There she is.
Oh, she's cute. Yeah.
She's my companion.
I'm so can I see your left versus your right? Do they look equal? You're pretty strong.
You want to see my column battle wounds?
Sure.
My trach.
Oh wow, yep.
And then I had a feeding tube right here.
Okay. So how long were you on the breathing machine?
Like 3 months around there. I
And were
ended up dying a few times. I I just still remember the doctor using a dermal tool to cut in my skull.
what was that like?
I can just hear the sound of the machine. Luckily, I was on some very good drugs, so I couldn't feel too much.
You couldn't feel anything, but you knew what was happening.
Yes,
And what like internal dialogue was going on in your head at that time?
all I kept thinking was, "Don't quit, don't quit."
Ah, you're gonna bring me to tears. So like your will to live was strong. Yeah.
Hell yeah, it still is.
Yeah. So I see you still do go to the gym now. How often do you do that?
7 days a week.
And do you feel yourself getting stronger?
So I'll backtrack a little bit. When I got home from the hospital, um, I lost a ton of weight. Um, Prior to the stroke, I was at 170, and I got home. I was about 107. So I hated to see myself in the mirror. I couldn't see myself. Shit was horrible.
So you lost a lot of muscle mass. How much are you weighing
Uh,
now?
Fortunately, I weigh 145.
Good for you.
So now I love to see myself in the mirror. I love to see the progress.
Absolutely. It's something to be proud of. How do you keep moving forward?
Good question. I don't know.
But it seems like you're still going forward.
Absolutely.
So, how many children do you have?
3.
And do you see them often?
Yes. I take them to school. I pick them up from school. I take my firstborn with me to the gym.
So, you're able to drive? And do you have any limitations on what you can't do now?
That I have to learn to. There probably is some limitations, but I haven't came across them yet. I just do stuff differently, but the mission still gets accomplished.
So, who is your main support?
I got a lot of support, friends and family.
I'm sure that makes a big difference.
It sure does.
So, the stroke was about 2 years ago. It seems like you've come a long way in 2 years.
Heck yeah, I come a long ways.
Like, what are you telling yourself? Because the internal dialogue can make or break somebody, but it seems
It
like you're
sure
not
can.
letting it break you at all.
My life hasn't been easy, but I want to have a life that I can have and say it was a happy ending. I never quit. The mentality, I can't quit. There's too much riding on it. People need me at my strongest,
Mm.
so I won't quit.
You're an inspiration to many. You truly are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's times where I stop and take a deep breath and think about where I am and how did I get here. And the opposite of that, um, I look at how I was and where I am now. I'm truly grateful. I truly think from my athletic ability and the weight I came in at um, kept me alive during the stroke. My lungs were powerful to make it through.
Yeah, you have been through a lot and you still have a long life ahead of you, to show and continue to improve.
I have to see my kids grow up and my future grandkids.
Are you able to work?
I'm thinking about going back to my old work, the Volvo place. They really looked up to me and talk highly of me.
So you mentioned you're going to be writing a book, or there's going to be a book made about you.
I think they should. I have a good story to tell.
I think it's a very inspirational story to tell, and it will benefit others that are struggling. And you have a very strong mentality, and that is something like you can't instill in people. It's there, and it's contagious. So
It sure is.
your story is very, very special. A very unique individual. You've overcome a lot already.
I live by this motto: the marathon continues.
Oh,
So I have it here on my Yeti. I also have it on my pendant. I also have it tattooed on me. The marathon continues. Um, I have a non-profit organization called The Marathon Continues. And so I created a logo because I truly am a believer that the marathon continues.
and what does your nonprofit focus on? What is your goal there with that?
Is for stroke survivors and just never quitting, always staying 10 toes down.
When did you start the nonprofit?
A few months ago, right now, it has taken a bit of a backseat because I have so much going on.
But it's something you're pursuing too.
Correct.
Well, I really do appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
Hey, you're welcome. Thank you.
Your story is, like I said, very inspirational. So you make me want to be better and do better as well. So,
That's a goal.
yeah, what message would you want to leave somebody that's struggling right now?
You can go through every emotion, but just keep on fighting. Your emotions might take advantage of you, but at the end, be a soldier and never quit.
I do feel honored that you reached out for an interview.
Thank you.
Yes, you're
I'm
welcome.
glad to be here.
Yeah. So you have a good rest of your day, and like I said, I'll be reaching out soon. Thank you for watching. If you are wanting to get a hold of Aucencio, you can find him on Facebook at Aucencio Martinez. Keep a lookout for his rising nonprofit, The Marathon Continues. If you or somebody you know would like to be interviewed, please find me on Facebook at My Journey So Far.
Been dreaming right from the start. I get to write it. It's my movie, I'm the one who decides it. Those nights when I have no light in the crib, young king still visualize it. Every day I choose who I want to be. Sometimes we break the rules cause we all got to be free. Got to protect it. It's my movie, I'm the one who directs it. Setbacks and gasoline for my jetpack. Bounce back every time, it's exciting. Been around the world, I've seen a lot of hot stuff, but nothing is the journey, not even the money. Bless my mind, I fell in love with all the heart. I made my world's a part of my journey. You can't take it from me. Run it up. I'm in the driver's seat. Aye, automatic, yeah. Push through the madness to the magic, yeah. I don't really have no tactics. I just believe that the universe planned it. It be yin and yang, that's the way things go. Up and down just to watch me flow. Anywhere me go, them I let me know. It's a freaking sold out show. Every day I choose who I want to be. Sometimes we break the rules cause we all got to be free. Got to protect it. It's my movie, I'm the one who directs it. Setbacks and gasoline for my jetpack. Bounce back every time, it's exciting. Been around the world, I've seen a lot of hot stuff, but nothing beats the journey, not even the money. Bless my mind, I fell in love with all the art. I paint my world up, I left my journey. You can't take it from me.